ETF fans? This is Will Smith with ETF Action. Today is August 22nd, 2024, and for today's video insight, we're going to take our model building skills a step further today and build out a blended model using the two models we've created in these previous two model videos. Just as a reminder, a couple weeks ago, we built out a 60/40 multi-asset model using ultra low cost, highly liquid ETFs that provide beta exposure to a handful of broad asset classes. And then last week, we built out a semiconductor stock model using securities that were held by at least 3 of the 4 largest US listed semiconductor ETFs. So today, we are going to build a blended model using those two previously constructed models. It is as simple as 1, 2, 3, very similar to the ETF database. All we're going to do here is click these boxes, and instead of hit compare, we're going to hit create UMA. This is going to take us to the parameters page of the model builder. The only step this is skipping is just this page right here where you choose your model type. Obviously, we would choose blended model in this case, but this you're able to skip over that screen. So here we are just going to type in our model name. Our model type has already been selected. Rebalance frequency, we're going to do monthly, and then benchmark, we're going to do one of the ETF action benchmarks, Global Core 70/30. For your reference, this is going to be 70% ACWI, 30% AG. And just as a reminder, the only parameters that are required are these top 4 here. These down below are for your reference and can be changed after the fact on the model manager page. So we've got our name, our rebalance frequency, determine our benchmark. We're going to press next. As you can see, the system is already pre-populated both models in the model positions page. Here, I'm just going to do 90% multi-asset model and then 10% semiconductor single stock model. So let's say that a prospective client wanted to utilize a 60/40 model, but just had to have some single security semiconductor stock exposure. They feel very passionate about, semiconductor stocks, have, believe that they are going to continue to rise. And so you built out 2 custom solutions for them. Now you're going to blend those solutions to create a very curated and direct client portfolio and blended model. So we're going to do 90% 60/40 and that 10% semiconductor single stock. Press submit. So we've built our blended model. Let's see how it looks relative to our benchmark. So this is the blended model analyzer. It's going to look exactly like the model analyzer. So we've got previous day, 1-day performance of the underlying models, as well as the previous close weights of each model within the blend. From a performance perspective, pretty darn close to that 70/30 ACWI AG benchmark that we built out. Looks like we're fairly close on an asset class perspective for our blend. 3-year, we've got a little bit of outperformance, but really pretty darn close. Risk-wise, obviously slightly higher annualized return, higher Sharpe ratio relative to that benchmark on a 3-year basis. Composition-wise, again, fairly close on the asset class side, but what I wanted to showcase was this equity breakdown of the composition. Again, we've got equity and fixed income, but our blended model is trailing on that large cap perspective, but also provides a little bit higher on the small cap perspective. But from a sector and industry basis, here you can see that we are a little bit higher technology relative to that benchmark. And you can see that despite that single stock semiconductor model being only a 10% sleeve of the overall blended model, that it is still contributing a sizable allocation towards technology. And then if you go even further, you can see that sleeve that it provides towards the semiconductors and semiconductor equipment industry. So the model's doing its job from that perspective. Obviously, this is a very specific and curated example, but regardless, it's a great way to showcase a blended model and showcase how you are able to curate a solution for a client that may want a very specific solution. From a fundamental aspect, slightly higher net margin and payout ratio on the equity side. Fixed income, I'm guessing, yep, it's going to be fairly consistent across the board. One thing I did want to showcase here is our tools and reports. Again, very similar to the model analyzer. We have a blended model fact sheet. All you need to do is click that. That'll be sent to your inbox. Then we also have a blended model proposal report. So let's say that Bo Nix wants to invest $10 million since he's going to get a big payday after bringing the Broncos back to relevance into this blended model. And you want to provide a little bit of customization on this report. All we're going to do is fill out these fields, put in our initial investment amount, and press submit. That will also be sent to your inbox. For time's sake, I have ran both of these reports beforehand. Here is the blended model fact sheet. Again, very high level, showcases that growth of 10K, trailing returns, high level asset class, calendar years returns and risk, as well as some high level composition and fundamentals for this blended model. Now the blended model proposal as well. As you can see, we've got our customization here. Again, some high level asset class and return metrics. Got some risk. And then we've got our top 10 equity look through as well as our asset allocation. But really, this is the biggest benefit of this report is we are going to break down exactly where that $10 million investment is going to go, not only at the model level, but also at the actual holding level of those models. So as you can recall, the 60/40 is an ETF model. So as you can see here, all those ETFs held within that 60/40 model are going to be our largest holdings. But we also have some exposure to the single security semiconductor stocks as well from that 10% sleeve. So that is how to build a blended model on the ETF Action platform. Obviously, very quick and easy. If you wanted to go back after you've created it, just one more step from the My Marketplace is we have blended models separated from models just for your reference and ease of use. So all you need to do is click blended models, and here we go. So that is how to build a blended model on the ETF Action platform. We hope you enjoyed today's video insight. If there is ever an opportunity for us to provide a demo or answer any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. Send an email to team@etfaction.com. Thank you and have a great day.